So this means that women's priorities and women's experiences are never identified, and they certainly never rise to the top. So we remain the second sex. So this is the political argument for women's organising, which people seem to have forgotten in the Labour Party. So I think that, you know, my fellow candidates here and I, because of our independence and our commitment to autonomy, we offer something different and something better to the National Women's Committee. I think we're in a much better place to insist that the Labour Party complies with the law as far as possible. These are laws which we made, the Labour Party made, yeah? And we have to do it as fast as possible. Otherwise, we are heading straight for another humiliating investigation by the EHRC about institutional discrimination against women in the party, just in time for the next election. So we can't afford to do that again. We did it over anti-Semitism. We don't want that happening again, but it will happen. People are planning it already. So right now, because of the judgment against the ONS, the operation of gender self-ID inside the party conflicts with the Equality Act 2010. We're not allowed to do it, but we're still doing it, right? We can commit, as Keir did, to changing the GRA. A party can commit to anything in the future, but we can't act outside the law right now. So unless we get to grips with this situation very fast, we could see the absolute end of this party. If you think about the last EHRC investigation and what it did to us just before the election, we could be in that again. So, you know, what I'm going to say is for left-wing women, it's not much of a party, but it's the only one we've got. Those who remember that song. And I think that with much higher participation by women, which is what Jen was outlining, plus a handful of fearless and committed women on the National Women's Committee, we can do much better than this.